Hello everyone, welcome to Longarming by Jaclyn. I've got some memory quilts on the go here, so for this Top 5 Friday we're gonna do kind of a quick video. I've been slacking because I've had quite a queue. So today my Wideback fabric order from Linda's Electric Quilters arrived, and I thought we could do a little unboxing and look at some of the really beautiful Wideback fabrics that are available from there. This box is so heavy. Okay, so here we go. Let's go through them. This one, I wish I had the names of them. In fact, let me go get it. Okay, so I got my shipping list, so I actually know the names of these fabrics. So this first one is called Red Raspberry Slush Foil Fern Cotton Wideback Fabric. And so widebacks are usually 108 to about 120 inches to be considered a wideback. And what's nice is you can do the back of your quilt in a single piece without having to worry about seams. And then when you're quilting, you worry about which way seam allowances are going on both sides. So it's always nice to have that in one piece. So that's really pretty. It's got sort of a subtle fern to it. It's busy enough to give you some visual interest, but not so busy that you're not going to see your quilting or that it's going to overwhelm something on the front. That one is beautiful. Okay, so this is navy blue grain of color. And these are all wideback. And I like this. It sort of has a denim-ish look to it without being as heavy as doing a full denim back to a quilt, which if you want a very heavy quilt, use denim. If you don't use denim. It's a very heavy, very thick fabric. All right, so that was blue navy grain of color. And this grain of color pattern comes in several different colors with that same sort of texture to it. So if you're ordering a custom quilt, you definitely know I have these, at least right now. So this is a solid. This is Kona Cotton Ash. Nice and neutral. You're really going to see the quilting on a solid like this. And I like to keep the back of a quilt in a similar value to the front of a quilt because you can match the bobbin thread to the back and the top thread to the top of the quilt and make that look really beautiful. But if the top and bottom threads are very different in value, like how dark they look in a black and white picture, let's call it that way. They don't have to be the same or match each other, but if you take a picture in black and white, they should have the same darkness of gray in the photograph, similar. And because you will see a shadow of the bobbin thread appearing on the top, especially if you have like a white top and a dark back. So there's a lot of difference in the two thread colors and a lot of difference in the two fabric colors. You will see a hint of that bobbin color showing up in the top and vice versa. What you end up seeing is almost a blend of the two thread colors from top and bottom, a little bit, just a little hint on the opposite side. So this is ash. The more simple your backing fabric, the more you're going to see the quilting. So a solid color like this, you'll really see the quilting. All right, so this guy is a textured gray. That's really pretty. You are gray textured cotton wideback. That was a good guess, which is what that was called. It looks a little more blue in the camera. I guess because I'm there, that looks about right. My light is making it look a little cooler than it is. This is, I would consider this like a neutral gray. There's warm grays, cool grays. This is kind of in between. It's not really either. So the first one was Red Raspberry Slush Foil Fern Cotton. This is Blue Sky Fossil Fern Cotton. So Red Raspberry Slush and Blue Sky. Same print, different colorway. I get that out here. Oh my God, it's so heavy. I thought these widebacks would be versatile. When you have a shop and you keep fabric in stock, you have to know that you're going to be able to use it. So sometimes I don't order things that are so far out there that I'm sure they're beautiful in a certain quilt, but if I have not booked that particular quilt, I really can't afford to buy a fabric that's like so bizarre and so weird that I'll never be able to use it unless that one magical person with that one magical quilt comes along and happens to buy a very specific thing. So I try to buy things that are have a wide variety of uses, unless I'm custom ordering. Oh, this is so heavy. Unless I'm custom ordering for a specific quilt, in which case I can be as wild and unusual as I want. Okay, so this is navy blue and textured, and it is called Navy Blue Textured Cotton Wideback. And these are all 100% cotton. I don't prefer the cotton poly blend fabric if I can help it in the quilts that I piece for my customers. Memory quilts, obviously you're going to use whatever fabric the clothing is made of, so you don't have as much control over the content of the fiber content of the material at that point. But for the back, I like to stick with a cotton. I thought this navy was so pretty and so versatile. You could use this in a more masculine quilt, you could use this for a little boy, you could use this more in a decor. I mean, this could go patriotic, this could be a lot of different quilts could use a beautiful navy backing. Navy is such a versatile and fun color. It's like all the impact and contrast of black, but black can be a little harsh, and black needs a particular decor to fit into, and navy is like, it's friendlier, more versatile, more usable friend. It's like just taking the edge off that black a little bit. This I think is a solid, and it's Blue Cotton Aqua. That's the way it's listed, Blue Kona Cotton Aqua. I would call this Aqua Blue, but, and yeah, when I go here, it looks like more electric blue because of my ring light. But when I go here, it has that sort of pretty pale aqua. Again, I thought this would be really versatile as a color. What else do I have here? This looks kind of dry brushed. What are you? This might be, is this the black suede? Yes, black suede cotton wideback is what this one is. So it's meant to look, you know, suede, when you brush it, it looks lighter, and then you brush it the other way. So it's meant to look like suede, but it's normal cotton. But from a distance, it gives you that as if it has a nap. That's what it's called when a fabric like goes one way and goes the other way, is having a nap, or like a direction that the fibers go. Velvets will do that too and have a nap. That's why I don't like velvet furniture, because when you sit on it, the nap shows a pretty graphic outline of your rear end. Not my favorite thing. Not my favorite thing. Okay, so this is black suede cotton wideback, and this is a way to get the look of a nap without the unfortunate side effect of a nap. Not a nap like nap. The other kind of nap. Okay, this one is, again, that fossil fern cotton. I apparently really like that because I ordered 3 of them. And this is in black carbon colorway. So it's, that ring light makes everything look bluish. All right, so there we go. Same little fern patterns. And it looks like almost like little water droplets on there. Just enough texture to keep it fun and interesting. And I like that sometimes with a novelty print, the sophistication, which is like how cartoony the print looks and how specific the pattern is, really locks you into a certain style statement. With things that are a little more abstract and ambiguous, you could do this on something more juvenile for a child, more grown, so the print itself, outside of the color scheme, is more neutral and more flexible and usable. Things that are subtle, things that are a texture, they're a little more timeless, they're a little more blendable into other things. They're not so over the top cartoony. If you have a sports logo or really distinct cartoony novelty fabrics, those set a very clear direction in your quilt, and they're great, but it's a real specific quilt that you can make with that. You know, if I had a 49ers wide back quilt, I need somebody who likes the 49ers, likes sports in their home or wherever this quilt is going to be used, and wants a quilt that matches that particular color scheme. So that is a really specific quilt. Whereas this, I can use this in any number of quilts and make use of that. So if you're interested in having a custom quilt made using any of these Widebacks, let's go through them really quick. Black Carbon, Fossil Fern. This is Black Suede. Some Kona Solids, Aqua Blue. This was the Navy Textured. You can message me and order your quilt with one of these beautiful Widebacks. I have some other ones, but these are the new unboxings. This is the Red Raspberry Slush. I just went to Sonic and got one of those for my husband. It was, see, psychologically I knew it was coming. Blue Sky Fossil Fern. This is the Gray Textured. This is Ash, which is just solid. Solids tend to give a very sophisticated finish to a quilt. And this is, oh come on, Blue Navy, grain of color, with a little bit of a denim look. And that's it. Happy Top Cut Friday. I hope that you guys are doing a lot of sewing. Remember, we do quilt by mail. So get a hold of us. We're LongarmingByJaclyn. We're on YouTube, Facebook. It's massey, massey.jc on Instagram. And reach out, order your quilt. I can also finish your quilt. So if you have a top, I might have just the backing to finish it up and do the custom quilting and bind that and send that back out to you. So let us know. Have a great weekend.